Good morning from Milford, Connecticut. Second day of our trip, and definitely feel so much better rested. Last night
we tell what's going on with what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's still raining. It didn't change from last night. So
I just did my hair this morning and everything.
Yeah, so we came prepared with rain jackets now. So yeah, we're actually have an hour drive down to Rye, New York for Rye Playland. And yeah, there's the start of a roller coaster event going on today. So we're going to be heading over there for the start of Ace Preservation Con. So we'll head down there. We'll see you guys at the park. All right, we made it here to Playland Park here in Rye, New York. And yeah, we're here very early because check-in is going on for the Ace event over here. So yeah, we're going to go get checked in and get all of our stuff for this weekend. Playland Amusement Park has been designated a National Historic Landmark in 1987. For our ERT, we actually get to go on the Kiddy Coaster that usually has a 55-inch height max. So yeah, we're gonna try to cram into these tiny seats right here. The first train of the day, and we're on the second. So let's go give it a ride. Hopefully, if I fit. Amy will fit though. And I have success. I had to go crisscross, but I did fit. So we're going. Woohoo! All right, we just successfully rode the Kiddy Coaster, aptly named Kiddy Coaster, with a Y, not an IE. But what did you think of that, baby?
Oh, it was so cute. It was so cute. It was so nice.
Yeah, it's a wooden little kiddie coaster, and yeah, it's definitely an old classic. But yeah, not that rough at all. And oh, it was just so enjoyable. We loved it a lot. So yeah, we're gonna go see what else we can get up to. But yeah, that was super fun. So
I definitely see why they have their height restrictions. So those. So I'm 6 inches or 5 foot, basically even, and I had to cross my legs just to get the lap bar down.
Yeah, definitely a tighter fit for adults, but that's why it's not meant for adults. So yeah, we're gonna go see what else we can ride during our ERT here this morning. Also, look at this line for all the enthusiasts that want their credit. It's just hilarious. While everyone's waiting for the Kiddy Coaster, we're actually gonna go ride the family coaster over here because there is no one on it. So we'll be on the first train of the day for it. Also, look at the cute dragon on the front and the dragon head right there. So cute. Yeah, the family flyer. All right, we just got off a family flyer, their family coaster here. And yeah, it was okay. Nothing too original or crazy. I did like the dragon head and the dragon at the front of the train. What did you think of it?
It was good. The only thing is, it's, one is 3 laps, but when the chain grabs the train, if you're towards the back, and right after that drop, when it first starts to turn, a little bit of a backbreaker for me.
Yeah.
Kind of a little rough. The rest of it was really nice and smooth. There's just those 2 points when the chain grabs the car.
Yeah, when it latches onto the chain.
Yep. And then in that first turn, right after the lift, those 2 spots are the ones that are a little rickety, a little bit of a backbreaker. But like I said, everything else is relatively smooth.
Yep. So we're gonna go see what else we can get into for our ERT. So we're gonna head down the midway and see what else we get on. Up next, we're gonna go on the Derby Racer here. I've ridden the one at Cedar Point. Amy's never ridden one of these, so there's basically like a fancy version of a merry-go-round, but a little bit wider of a path. You can sort of see here. Have mounted our horses. Woohoo! Let's go.
Place your right foot on the top rung. Next.
When the ride picks up speed, please.
All right, we just got off their Derby Racer here at Playland, and what did you think of that?
Oh, I love it. So I'm always a girl who loves horseback riding. I used to go to horse camps all the time. So being able to, you know, simulate on that kind of thing was so much fun. Getting in and off is just like getting onto a real horse. You go from the left, swing over, swing off to get out.
Yeah, no, and I am not used to getting on and off a horse, so it took me a little minute to get on and off, but it's fun. I like those way more than just the traditional merry-go-rounds and carousels. That's definitely a lot more fun, a lot more realistic. I mean, I'm not saying it's 100% realistic, but in my mind, you know, it's definitely a lot more thrilling, which is why it does have a 56-inch height requirement, so it's definitely high.
Well, and especially because this one doesn't have a seatbelt. So your balance is your weight and holding onto the reins.
Yeah, so you have to balance yourself. There's nothing keeping you in at all.
And you're tilted slightly in, so when you sit down, you have to angle yourself to the left. So that's why I can see why the height is so high on that one. Because you have to, one, be able to get on it.
Yeah.
But two, there's no seatbelt. So you have to be able to support and hold your own body weight.
Yep.
And your center of gravity slightly to the left to be able to stay on it.
Yep. Yeah, super fun. So we're going to head down towards the back of the park now and go get on their other 2 coasters that are open for ERT. So let's head down that way. Came down to the far end of the park, and it looks like the Crazy Mouse is temporarily closed. Hopefully it opens up later, but we'll find out. But in the meantime, they do have a dark ride right here, and it's called Zombie Castle. So yeah, we're going to head onto this dark ride. Alright, we just got off of Zombie Castle, their old school style dark ride here. And that was super fun. It was definitely older effects, definitely tell that it's dated. But yeah, it was still super fun, nice relaxing experience. There's a couple of tries at a jump scare, but didn't really get me. What do you think?
I thought it was cute. My thing with the jump scares, it almost feels like they're like too early.
Yeah.
Like it almost feels like with how old the ride is, that over time everything is just moved up just a little bit.
Yeah.
So the time that would be ideal to jump scare you is after the jump scare happens, when you're like right next to it, and it was like it could happen in front of us, so we could see it off from a distance.
Yeah.
But I think if it was essentially redone to be even just a couple seconds later, it would actually start jump scaring people because it'd be like right next to you or right in front of you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely could tell that it definitely, it's like everything was happening just like 2 seconds too early. But it was still cool to see all the effects and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna go probably get on Dragon Coaster. That's the only other coaster that we know that's operating right now, and then we'll hold out hope that their Crazy Mouse opens here at some point today. All right, getting in line for the Dragon Coaster. Here's the rider safety guidelines, 48-inch height requirement. Here comes the train. Love the dragon look on the outside of the train. That's super nice. All right, we just got off their wooden coaster here at Ace Landmark called Dragon Coaster. And yeah, that was fun. It was a really long layout. Like, that's one thing that surprised me for how short it is. It's not very tall. Had a really long layout. And yeah, there was a surprise on there. I should have known with the name, but you want to see what the surprise was?
So there's a tunnel on the ride, but the tunnel is shaped and themed to a dragon going into the dragon's mouth.
Yep, so you go into the mouth and out its tail, and that was super, super unique. Not that rough for how old it is. I definitely was expecting a lot rougher.
And we were in the back seat, like the back seat on a wheel.
Yeah, and it still wasn't that bad. I will say if you're taller like me, it is a tight squeeze. Even if you don't have big thighs, definitely a tight squeeze in those seats. It reminded me a lot of the seats and lap bars configuration on Grizzly. I don't know if it's the same trains, but I bet it is. But yeah, those are definitely not very tall or fluffy people friendly, so just be aware that if you're coming here, it definitely will be a squeeze if you're either tall or got fluffy thighs. So,
and they will move you into the back of the 2 rows, because we were taking second to back, and then they had Tim move into the back. So if you come here, expect to be moved to the back of the train that of the car that you're in. So just if you want to sit on like the front, go to the back. Save some time.
Yeah. So if you're taller or fluffier, definitely go to the back of the 2 rows, and that'll be your best bet of trying to fit. So yeah, we've done all the 3 that are operating right now. We're not sure if the Crazy Mouse is gonna operate at all today, so we're gonna keep an eye out for that. But yeah, we'll go see what we get up to next. Just one attraction that is for sure closed that we knew about was being closed is there's the Imperla Volare coaster called Superflight. I've never ridden one, so my first one is gonna be on Sunday at Coney Island. Neither is Amy. I've heard awful things and that people were saying good riddance to this being gone, but yeah, they do say something fun is to come in 2024, so maybe they're gonna take this out and replace it with the new coaster. We'll just have to wait and find out. All right, next up we're gonna do the Whip. It's a classic old school attraction. I've done a couple of these years ago in Pennsylvania. But yeah, Amy's never done one, so we're gonna get on it. And yeah. 1928, a National Historic Landmark. That's awesome. All right, we just got off the Whip. Amy's first ever time on a Whip. What did you think of that?
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun, and that was so funny. I haven't laughed that hard on a flat ride in so long. It was just so enjoyable. And there was a moment towards the end of the ride where, because Tim and I were in 2 separate cars, I got whipped and I looked at him and he started yawning, so he lifted his hand and he immediately got whipped around. Yeah,
definitely need to be on your guard when those whips come up, because I went to yawn one time and yeah. But yeah, it was super fun. I love those things. I haven't ridden one in years, but definitely love those old school classic rides. It's been years since 1928, almost 100 years old. But yeah, still going strong, just super fun. So yeah, we're gonna see what we get up to next. Let's go. All right, we just got word that the Crazy Mouse is actually down because they're needing a part from Zamperla, and I guess it's been down for a bit, and they're saying it's not likely it's gonna be open the rest of the season. So yeah, we got all 3 credits that we could get here. But yeah, they still were super fun. We're actually up next gonna be doing a ride that actually looks like a roller coaster in Orlando. See if I'll flip you guys around and see if you can figure out which one that is.
Fleming, I'll drive the seat off for you.
Huh. Any guesses yet? Man, didn't know Hagrid's got relocated.
I don't know.
But man, what a nice theming package on this though. All kidding aside about Little King Hagrid's, it definitely has a really nice theming package for this flat ride. And we're about to be sprayed with water, it feels like, from these cars. Just got off the motorcycle themed flat ride here, and that was nice and relaxing. The only thing is that they didn't tell us how to make it swing out. So yeah, we didn't get to swing out at all, but no one else really that was riding with us did. So it just, you know, it is what it is. But you know, we just sat there going around. It was very nice themed, and yeah, super relaxing. Any other comments on that?
No, not really. Relaxing, chill.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go find something else to do. I know a lot of the rides are closed because it's raining and they don't have a lot of staff, I'm guessing, because there's, you know, very few people in the park other than the event attendees. So let's go see if we can.
I'm pretty sure majority is the attendees.
Yeah, I don't.
Any regular person.
Yeah, we haven't seen many general public here at all. So we'll see what else we can go find to ride. All right, they've got a yo-yo here, and we enjoy these, so we're gonna go give this one a go. Just got off the yo-yo ride here. It's a little chair swing, but it only goes about 20-25 feet off the ground. But what did you think of that one, baby?
Oh, it's sketchy. Oh, it's so sketchy. It's so sketchy.
Yeah, it definitely. So you start going around and it feels fine, like you're just going around in a circle. When it goes into like the highest setting of speed and the highest height, the seats literally start tilting you forwards and backwards. And yeah, definitely a little sketchy. So if you get sketched out by being up off the ground and, you know, feeling like you're gonna like potentially fall face first, then not for you. But it was still so much fun. I loved it. But yeah, we're gonna go see what else is open. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on this when it's raining out. Maybe I'll ride it since it's one of the few things left that's open, but we'll see. We'll see if Amy wants to go on it with me. All right, one of the people that just got off it just said that they got drenched from the waist down, so wet socks, wet shoes. Yeah, definitely think we'll be passing on this with the forecast how it is for today. So I was coming over here to get a drink of water from the water fountain, right? Just figured this is great to show. Ready? Ready? Boop! The double shot, their S&S shot tower or drop tower, I don't know which. I think it's a shot, but yeah, it's open, so let's go give this a ride. Well, they just had to get people off the ride. I guess it's broken again, or it's down, so yeah, not open now. So yeah, definitely seeing a lot of closed rides here, which is sad to see. Like, I really hope that they can improve some of their ride reliability here, because a lot of the stuff's just closed. It's really sad to see. They've got a flat ride called Catch a Wave. Looks like it's open, so let's see if we can go get on it. All right, we just rode Catch a Wave, their spinning flat ride here. It spins not like in a circle, but like up and down and to the side. And yeah, that was something. At first we went like clockwise, and that way was like fine. And then we stopped at the top, and then we went the other way, and it went into boost mode or something, because it was yeeting us out of our seats and then hard right to left, and that was intense. Like, wow. Did you like that?
I liked that. Was a lot of fun. My stomach's not too happy, but that was still a really fun ride.
Yeah, definitely want to make sure you have a pretty solid stomach for that, because yeah, if you just ate or you're too full or you're not feeling too well stomach wise, that will make you not feel any better. If not, you might be over the trash can for a few minutes, because that's definitely not for the faint of stomach, that's for sure. But yeah, we're gonna go see what else we can get on, but at least there's been some flats we can do, so gotta kill time till our lunch, so you know, might as well make the most of it. All right, next up we've got the House of Mirrors, so let's go check this out. All right, we have entered the House of Mirrors. Let's see if we get lost, get confused. You guys are,
don't do Bella.
it's like, you guys are in front of me, so you guys are gonna hit the mirror before I would. So far this mirror maze has been pretty easy, but I say that now and I'm probably gonna jinx myself. Da 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 da. Man, I just noticed something. They have a cheat sheet on the floor. What's the point of the House of Mirrors if you're gonna have a cheat sheet on the floor? So, okay, here's something where people might get confused. Literally, it's just a corner right here. That's where they try to get you, I guess. And yeah, looks like there's a fake corner right here too. But, yeah. Interesting. So now we're in a massive hallway with a bunch of the weird looking mirrors. Oh look, there's me. I look like I'm like 3 feet tall, but I'm not. And now I look like I'm super lanky. That's hilarious. Hi. All right, let's keep on going with this thing. The tall figures get shorter and shorter and shorter. All right, now Amy's taking the lead. Are we gonna get out? We're gonna find out. We made it out, guys. We did it. Woohoo! All right, we just got off the Dragon Coaster 2 more times. Definitely, I sat down with a little bit more of a cognizant effort of trying to get my legs as far in front of me as I could. It didn't hurt as bad that time as far as the lap bar in my lap. But we actually got to do something really cool. They asked after we were in the brake run, since there was no in line, asked if we want to go again. So we got to ride the turn from the unload station to the load station. So that's, you know, a little bit unique thing we got to do. What did you think of those 2 rides?
I like it. It's definitely my favorite ride here.
Oh yeah.
Especially given that the other, there are 2 of the 5 closed.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, definitely the best coaster of the 3 that are operating. I don't think a Wild Mouse would beat that, and from what I've heard, the Zamperla Valares wouldn't beat that either.
Probably.
So yeah, definitely glad we got a few more laps on this. We're gonna probably go kill some time. We have a walk-back tour of the Dragon Coaster in about 40 minutes, so we'll see if we're at anything else. If not, we'll see you at the walk-back tour of this awesome coaster. Okay, I didn't know this was even here, but they've got an old mill ride, and it looks like it's a water ride, so maybe we'll go give this a ride. $19.29. Talk about a cool station. They used to have an animatronic right there too. That's awesome. And away we go. Look out for the trolls!
Creatures they are!
Yeah, you got a little wet.
Fire in the hole! Wait, we're at Silver Dollar City again? Gemstones?
I hate it when he does that! Look out down there!
All right, we just rode the Old Mill dark ride here, and I am confused. You want to go with your thoughts first?
I need a second to compose my thoughts.
Okay, I'll go first then. Okay, the parts that were themed were really good. Like, from everything else I've seen in this park, the parts that were themed were really, really good, especially compared to the other dark ride we did. Definitely really good, especially for it being built in 1929. But
There's a lot of spots in between all the animatronics where it's just walls.
Black walls with these green running neon lights. I'll put in some clips in the video so you can see. But yeah, it just was this blank walls with this green running light. So not quite sure how I feel about it overall as a ride experience. The parts that were themed, I loved. And the first bit was actually quite themed, so I thought it was gonna be that way the whole way through. And then we got to the first chunk of wall section. I'm like, okay, maybe they just didn't theme this one section. Then there was multiple after that. And I'm like, okay, I'm like confused on what to think about this ride. Like, I liked it, but like I just wish there'd be more theming, because that would definitely have potential if they did more theming to be honestly one of the best dark rides outside of a chain I've ever seen. But it would just need a lot more during those blank sections.
And another thing is they say you will get wet. It's a wet ride. I got some splash in the beginning. Nothing else.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because they turned the water stuff off because it's been raining,
Yeah.
or if it just doesn't actually get you wet. Because there's a few spots that look like you would get wet and you didn't, so it could be because it's been raining and they shut it down. It could just be that they're fake outs. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a fake out. I think they have a warning up there because some people that's in the front row might get some sprinkles when you come off the lift hill. It's a conveyor, but when you come off that, you do get a little bit of droplets maybe, but that's about it. I didn't see anywhere where there'd be a water effect that would hit people, but yeah, it's still. I'm still glad we did it. Glad we checked it out because we're still trying to kill some time. So yeah, we'll see if we ride anything else before our tour. There is the chain lift gear right there. It's awesome. So these are the original trains that were on Dragon Coaster. They have them just chilling back here. Also looked at this old school water fountain with the fire, man. That's awesome. He doesn't look very happy though. This is actually the storage set for the second train. They do run it occasionally on busy days. But since it's all manually run, they have to have the operators make sure they don't collide. But yeah, that's the spare train right there. I'll take you underneath really quick so you can see the bottom of the train. There you go, right there. Alright, we're heading backstage now. So this is the turn right after the station into the lift hill right here for Dragon Coaster. Maintenance shop here. It's awesome. Just scrap wood. You think you have enough screws, nuts, and bolts over there? Nah. Also, here's the crazy mouse that is down for the foreseeable future for a part. So there it is.
Sesame Place in Pennsylvania. I started with Anheuser-Busch. SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment. I was there for over 30 seasons. Raised my family, met my wife. And then I remember, I think some of you look very familiar to me because I was at Dorney Park for a year during CoasterCon in 21. I was in charge of operations at that time, working with Cedar. And then last year I was the general manager at Light Compounds with the world famous Boulder Dash, which hopefully some of you have been on. But when I had the opportunity to come to this project, it was an easy yes. So this park is historic. It's the first planned amusement park in the country. So a lot of these older parks started out as gardens or picnic groves, and then added attractions, added things that then turned into amusement parks. Whereas this, the land we're on currently, in the turn of the century, the early 1900s, turned into kind of a unsavory lot. So there were hotels here, different amusements. And the community was concerned about this unsavory crowd coming to this area, and actually petitioned the Westchester Parks Association to buy up the land and create an amusement facility. So demolition started in 1927, and amazingly, 6 months later, Playland opened in May of 1928. 6 months, amazing, right? You can't build a flat ride in 6 months. They built an entire amusement park. So it's county owned. It's been county owned almost the entire time, except for a brief stint in the 80s when Marriott ran it for 2 years and decided that they are not in the amusement park business and turned it back over to the county.
All right, that's going to do it for our time here at Playland Park. Just want to say a huge thanks to the park for having us out for the ACE event. Since we last saw you guys, we got on the shot tower, which was a lot of fun. And then we did a bunch of re-rides. We did some on the Derby Racer, did a couple more rides, I think 2 or 3 more rides on the Dragon Coaster. And yeah, just hung out and had the ACE lunch. The park general manager gave a talk and sort of stuff. I filmed a couple clips. I might have thrown some in right before this. But yeah, overall, I definitely see a lot of, it seems like the general manager has a good vision of what he wants to do with this park. They were talking about that motorcycle flat ride that they added and how that's what they want to do going forward. If that is how they're going to take this park going forward, it'll definitely be a good improvement for what they have currently on offer. So yeah, I definitely am excited for this park's future, and one day we'll be back. It just might be many years because it's not necessarily easy to get to from Arizona. But yeah, what are your overall thoughts of this park?
It's a very nice family park. They've got a couple more thrillish rides, but they have a lot more just relaxing, calm. The water rides and the dark ride are all nice and relaxing, nothing crazy. The flat rides relatively are calm. You've got a couple of few more extreme ones, but I like that they have a regular carousel and then they have the Derby race one. So you have something for the little kids, but there's something for bigger people who want to experience that without being on the generic ringing around the rosy stuff going.
Yeah.
So it's a nice small park. It's a nice, little half of a day park.
Yeah, definitely not a full day park. The reason why we stay here so long is because we did have the lunch, the catered group lunch that we had for the event. But after this, we're actually going to be heading down towards Brooklyn. We're going to be at Airbnb for the next few nights for the next couple days of Preservation Con. But we might be stopping on the way down there at an ENF Kiddy Coaster on the way down there. So yeah, if we do stop there, if it's open, we'll show you guys that footage. And if not, maybe we'll show you some footage of whatever we get up to tonight, because I honestly have no idea what we're going to do, because this ended early because of the rain, and so they actually ended up closing the park early. So we're going to leave a little early and going to get into the Airbnb early tonight, so we'll see what we get up to. But yeah, we'll see you wherever that next something is. All right, we've made it here to Queens, and this is actually a massive public park, and there's also the Queens Zoo here, but there is a carousel and a kids coaster here, so we're gonna go try to get on it right now. So join us and see if we can get on it. All right, we found the park. Here's the carousel. We see the kiddie flat rides, and there's people there to operate them. Just gotta find the coaster now. I see it in the back. All right, here's the Fantasy Forest, and here's the ticket pricing. Looks like it's $4.25 for a ticket, so let's see if we can go get a ticket. And the coaster's right over there. All right, we got here, and the park's open, but because of the rain earlier, they said that it's currently too wet to run, but they said that if it stays dry like this, it should. They're gonna check it again in about another hour, and hopefully they would be able to open it for us. So we're gonna kill some time since it's a massive public park. Might as well. I know that there's the Unisphere around here, so we might go over across the street and go see that, because I've heard cool things about that. So yeah, we'll see if we can kill an hour around here, and then yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get on it. All right, so we made it across the bridge here, and these are actually these massive towers. Let me zoom out a little bit. These massive observation towers are here from the 1964 World's Fair, and they were in the New York State Pavilion of the World's Fair. But yeah, the 1964 World's Fair occurred here in this massive park. And it's just so cool to be here where that once happened. And I mean, heck, that's where Walt Disney debuted It's a Small World, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive it's Small World. I know for a fact the Carousel of Progress that's in Tomorrowland in Walt Disney World, I know for a fact that one was debuted at the World's Fair. Or it was the one in Disneyland that got torn out. I can't remember which, but I do know he debuted Carousel of Progress at the World's Fair too. But it's just so iconic just to be here and seeing remnants of the 1964 World's Fair. So if anything, I'm sort of glad that we have to wait a little bit for that coaster, because we can take some steps and walk around here in the 1964 World Fair Plaza and Park. Super cool to be here. They do actually still do shows and stuff here in this theater that is right underneath the towers, so that's really cool to see. So yeah, you can actually come see a show in the Queen's Theater here at the World's Fair grounds. Just super cool. But we're gonna head this way, and I'm gonna give you the big reveal that I see a glimpse of in the left. But yes, I have heard great things about this, and look at it in all its glory. Oh my gosh. That's just absolutely stunning. Let's go see it in person, up and close. Wow. Absolutely stunning. To think that this was made so long ago, and it still just looks so immaculate. It does look like the fountains haven't been used in a hot minute though, because there's these barricades here, and I highly doubt they can operate the fountains with that. But even without the fountains still, this is just so cool just to see in person. Absolutely beautiful. If you're ever in New York City, and Queens specifically, and you go to ride the Cobra coaster for the little kids coaster over there, definitely do the 10-minute walk over here, because man, this is worth it just to come watch and just look at. We waited around for an hour, and it's finally testing. Yes, please, please work, please work. So much excitement for a kiddie coaster. The coaster enthusiast struggle is real. All right, we got our tickets, and we're going in. Yes. Our first roller coaster in Queens. The only one, actually, the only roller coaster in Queens. All right, we just got off the Cobra coaster, the Corona Cobra coaster, here in the Queens Zoo Park area. And it was actually, okay, I'll let you describe what was cool about it. But also, first, huge shout out to the team here. It rained, because it did rain earlier, they actually hadn't reopened it since the rain, and they weren't sure they were gonna reopen it. But the team lead here, Stephanie, made sure that they tried testing it out, and it was dry enough to run. So they actually did open it, and it's only an hour and a half before they close. But huge thanks to Stephanie and the team here for letting us be able to get it. But What did you think of it?
It's a nice, relaxing ride. It's good for the kids. It's good for this little small park in this huge, nice, just nature-based area.
Yeah.
When you're going up though, over the hill, you kind of look over the wall a little bit, and it looks like there's like a little mini zoo.
Yeah.
That's right there, so you can kind of see over the top of the wall and just kind of see the top of the zoo.
Yeah, so that's the Queen Zoo back there, and so it's literally at the edge of it. So when you're at the top of the coaster, you're actually peering over the fence into one of the animal exhibits, which I thought was really, really cool. She pointed out to me on the turnaround, you could look over and see it too, and I was just like, that's super cool. So yeah, definitely a unique one here at the Queen Zoo Park area here in the Queens. But yeah, again, huge thank you to the team here for making it happen. But we got it. So yeah, I think the plan now is to head to the Airbnb, call it a successful day, and yeah, go relax and get some sleep because we're both a little bit tired still.
They cared more than Six Flags.
Yeah, they did care more than Six Flags because they got it open as opposed to Wicked Cyclone last night. What? Oh well. But yeah, if we don't see you before tomorrow night, have a great day with whatever you're doing. We'll see you tomorrow. Bonus content. When in Brooklyn, you gotta get some pizza. So we're gonna get some pizza. I know smell-o-vision's not a thing, but this smells so good.